Justin Timberlake and Usher were actually fighting over who could sign him.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See? Usher signed and became a quote-unquote mentor to Justin Bieber. Why didn't he mentor him against going to Diddy's house?
Realizing is that he's gonna fake the funk until the very man. He's just gonna keep on sucking the devil's.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him on.
The entertainment industry has long been plagued by rumors of misconduct, but recent accusations involving Sean Diddy Combs and Justin Bieber have reignited concerns. R&B singer Jaguar Wright has come forward with bold claims, suggesting that Diddy's influence over young artists, particularly Bieber, may have been more sinister than previously believed. While these allegations remain speculative, they have sparked widespread discussion and scrutiny of the industry's power dynamics. According to Wright, Diddy was allegedly interested in getting close to Bieber early in his career. The claim suggests that Bieber's management team initially resisted Diddy's advances, fearing that his involvement might not be in the young singer's best interest. However, Usher, who had a mentorship role in Bieber's early years, reportedly took over and facilitated their connection.
They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there. Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him on. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there, but you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler.
Usher, who co-signed Bieber and helped launch his career, has also been drawn into the discussion. Wright speculates that Usher, who himself was mentored by Diddy as a teenager, may have unknowingly placed Bieber in a vulnerable position. Given Usher's own past experiences under Diddy's guidance, some suggest that he may have been following an established pattern of grooming young talent for the industry's elite.
Now that we know what Diddy's really like, what kind of asshole do you gotta be to take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more? Because that's what pedophiles do. They get victims, and then once they get to a certain age and they get too old for them to enjoy them, they send them out to go get other young kids. Now, if Usher was a procurer, and if Usher knew what was gonna happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Freak off, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him, especially considering that he sat with Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, "Would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp?" And his immediate response was, "Hell no!" It's good enough for everybody else's kids, but it's not good enough for you.
A key element of the speculation revolves around Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp, a retreat where young artists and industry insiders allegedly engaged in activities that raised serious ethical concerns. Wright suggests that Bieber may have been exposed to questionable environments while under Diddy's influence. In a resurfaced interview, Usher was once asked if he would send his children to such an event and immediately declined, further fueling suspicions.
Over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor
some.
camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In
to.
the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't
But
say
you
that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Recent developments in Bieber's personal and professional life have led many to believe that he is actively distancing himself from Diddy and other influential figures from his past. In early 2024, Bieber unfollowed Diddy, Drake, and over 20 other celebrities on Instagram, leading fans to speculate whether he was cutting ties for personal or professional reasons.
Justin Bieber has sparked online buzz after unfollowing 24 Instagram accounts, including high-profile names like Diddy, Drake, Benny Blanco, Diplo, and Scooter Braun's SB projects. Fans are not surprised by his unfollowing of people like Diddy. However, his unfollowing of Benny Blanco has sparked speculation about whether it has anything to do with Selena Gomez.
Justin Bieber, is continuing the purge. He has now moved to unfollow Usher, okay, his original mentor. So this is a very big story. And the reason why we should discuss this and we should not diminish what is happening, it's not celebrity drama. This is actually the fall of Babylon that we are witnessing. Hollywood Babylon, that is.
Hell no.
See?
So when Usher signed and became a quote-unquote mentor to Justin Bieber, why didn't he mentor him against going to Diddy's house? Why is it beginning to feel like everything that Kanye West told us about Hollywood might be true?
Gotcha.
Justin Bieber, he's going to be absolutely fine. He is going to be so fine. I'm telling you guys, pray for him. He's obviously very strong right now. And to that, I say, Justin Bieber, keep going. The world is behind you. We cannot wait until you find your voice again. Christ is King.
Throughout his career, Bieber has been open about his struggles with mental health and personal demons. His recent social media posts suggest feelings of self-doubt, calling himself a fraud, and questioning his worthiness. Some speculate that these admissions may be linked to unresolved trauma from his early years in the industry.
And we are back with our GMA cover story. Justin Bieber, the pop star, shared in a post that he struggles with feeling like a fraud. Stephanie Ramos here with the story. Good morning, Stephanie.
Hey, George. Good morning. Justin Bieber has a message for his believers. On social media, he shared a heartbreaking message about feeling unworthy, and fans are showing up in the comments section to support.
What if you had it all, but nobody to call?
This morning, Justin Bieber letting his guard down, sharing on his social media feelings of being a fraud, unworthy, and unequipped.
I'm so lonely.
The 31-year-old singer-songwriter and new dad writing, "People told me my whole life, wow, Justin, you deserve that." Adding, "It made me feel sneaky, like, damn, if they only knew my thoughts, how judgmental I am, how selfish I really am, they wouldn't be saying this." These comments come on the heels of a previous post just last month saying, "Changing is about letting go."
Diddy is currently facing serious legal challenges, including allegations of racketeering, sex trafficking, and forced labor. Prosecutors claim that he maintained control over employees through threats and coercion. Some believe that these legal battles could uncover more information about his past dealings with young artists like Bieber.
They have him and an A-lister young male having sex. I'm not accusing nobody, but if you look at the way Justin Bieber look at Puffy, he hates that nigga. He hates that nigga. That man's face ain't just dropped soon as he wanted to go get a wife. That man's so can face. That's some medical. That man young and healthy, man. But he know, he terrified. You remember when I said a lot of people happy you locked up right now, Puff? He's one of them. That's why I'm speaking. He's one of them. One of the people that you terrified who couldn't get from under your claws. That's why Puffy trying to help me get back out here. He know. These bitches want to see me fall. They want to see this. They've been waiting on this. He know how many people been waiting on it.
But I knew that he was going to get arrested because after reading through this lawsuit, there were just so many pictures, way too many descriptions. He had hours of video footage proving his claims. I'm referring to the person who initially filed this, Rodney Lil Rod, a producer, who went into great detail, a laborious effort to basically describe almost a homosexual ring in which people were being drugged at various Diddy parties. But he describes how essentially him, being a young producer, they tried to initiate him into homosexuality.
Diddy's legal team has moved to challenge search warrants that resulted in the raid of his properties in Beverly Hills and Miami. If successful, this could lead to the suppression of key evidence, including videos that allegedly document misconduct. This strategy echoes tactics used in high-profile cases like O.J. Simpson's, where shifting focus onto the legal system itself played a crucial role in the defense.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Diddy's legal team continuing what seems like a clear strategy now, which is to put the prosecutors and the system on trial here and shift focus away from the things that Diddy allegedly did. By the way, worked in the O.J. Simpson case. There is a track record of this working. The latest thing they've filed now is questioning the search warrants that got federal agents permission to raid his homes in Beverly Hills and in Miami.
So what they're essentially trying to do is say that this violated the Fourth Amendment, the right against unreasonable search and seizure. If they would prevail on something like this, all that evidence would not be admissible.
And that includes, depending on your perspective, trivially or not so trivially,
you're getting the baby oil, aren't you?
All the baby oil, the cases and cases of baby oil that the feds say they found.
And more importantly, videos.
Videos which would involve at least, we know that the feds have said they've seen video that involving at least one of the victims. There are 3 alleged victims so far that they've named in the indictment.
Right.
Although they're anonymous at this point. We know that one of them is Cassie. But if that video that they obtained is not admissible, that could change this case immensely.
One of the most troubling aspects of these allegations is the silence from industry insiders. Many celebrities who were once close to Diddy have remained quiet, leading to speculation about whether they are protecting themselves or distancing themselves from a potentially explosive scandal.
So, Sean Diddy Combs recently got arrested, blah, blah, blah. But why is everyone so quiet about it? But what's got people talking is the silence from big names like Jay-Z, and Dr. Dre fans and critics are scratching their heads asking, why aren't they saying anything? These guys have a long history with Diddy, both professionally and personally. Some folks think that by staying quiet, they're trying to protect him, but others see it as a big letdown, especially since these celebs often use their platforms to speak out on important issues. Social media is buzzing with disappointment. People are saying that silence can sometimes mean you're protecting powerful pals at the cost of the victims. It's a tough spot. Do you speak out and risk your friendship, or stay quiet and face public backlash? This whole situation brings up bigger questions about loyalty and ethics in the entertainment world.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. Not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face like J-Lo has said nothing.
Wright also raises questions about the role of Bieber's parents in his early career. As a minor, Bieber's rise to fame was largely overseen by his mother and management team. Some wonder whether they were aware of any concerning activities or if they, like many parents of young stars, trusted the industry to have his best interests at heart.
Patty, as we said earlier, your journey with God has taken many different turns and twists, and God has blessed your life with a precious son named Justin.
Yes.
And I think we're going to pull Justin. Justin didn't know this, but Justin, you were in the studio. Come on over here. He's a good-looking 14-year-old young man. Have a seat right next to your mom.
Hey, honey.
And he sounds even better than he looks.
He does.
Can we Google this guy?
You can Google Justin. Patty, tell us a bit about what's happening now in Justin's life. This is hot off the presses.
Yeah, actually, Justin is not just healthy like I prayed, but like I said, he's really talented. He's been putting up videos on YouTube, and he is now the #1 most subscribed to musician in Canada on YouTube.
On YouTube.
And number 20th in the world. Musician in Canada.
And we heard him sing.
We met him here.
He sang for us in the green room earlier.
What a voice. You would never believe could come out of And a voice that's caught the attention of some pretty high up people.
Yeah, he was being courted by the different music labels, and I don't know if you know of Justin Timberlake and Usher were actually fighting over who could sign him, and so we just signed with the music label and we're moving.
One of the more intriguing claims surrounding Bieber is that he may have actively protected fellow artist Billie Eilish from Diddy's influence. Speculation has arisen that Bieber, having allegedly experienced uncomfortable situations himself, took it upon himself to warn and distance Eilish from certain figures in the industry. Given Eilish's admiration for Bieber in her early career, some believe that he may have used his position to shield her from the pressures and dangers he faced as a young artist.
I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through.
Justin Bieber doesn't want Billie Eilish to lose it like he did.
I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
During an interview with Beats One's Zane Lowe, Justin started tearing up when he said he wants to protect the 18-year-old singer as her fame continues to skyrocket.
Are you ready for that next level of superstardom?
No.
No?
I think I am. Honestly, no. I think I feel like I am. I feel like I always have been a little bit without really realizing it.
It's your destiny?
A little. A little.
Billie recently made history at the 2020 Grammy Awards by becoming the youngest person ever to win the 4 main categories.
Billie, crazy night. This turned into your night.
I guess.
What does this mean to you?
Oh, I'm dying, man. I don't know. It's crazy. Who am I?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her.
The allegations against Diddy are not isolated. Over the years, numerous artists have spoken about the dark side of the music industry, detailing experiences of exploitation, manipulation, and abuse. Wright's claims fit into a larger narrative that suggests systemic issues within the entertainment world.
Like, we got real issues. We got real issues, and I'm starting to look at YouTube in a different way because I was looking through all the Justin Bieber content. You should just take a tour of Bieber content.
Yeah, it gets a little wild.
Well, no, you got to remember he was discovered on YouTube.
Great. The drums, or
Yeah, Usher discovered him
yeah.
on YouTube, and that was the big thing. Be like Justin Bieber, become famous on YouTube, and a big celebrity will come and get you And Usher came, and he took him to the Flavor King.
I guess it's about who discovers you. Cause Beyonce, did she not grab the Chloe Bailey and the Halle Bailey and from YouTube, pull them up?
Just like she did another artist. But it's funny how all of these artists are grabbing these people off of YouTube, and then the next thing you know, you're watching their demise on YouTube.
Whether these allegations hold weight or not, they underscore the need for greater transparency in the entertainment industry. Young artists must be protected, and those in positions of power should be held accountable for any wrongdoing.
One of Sean Diddy Combs' defense lawyers has quit. Anthony Riccio, who's one of 6 attorneys working on Combs' sex trafficking case, respectfully but regrettably filed a motion to withdraw his representation. In documents obtained by Page 6, Attorney Riccio said, "Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice." However, the lawyer didn't reveal the exact reason behind his decision due to attorney-client privilege.
As Diddy's trial progresses and more information potentially comes to the surface, it remains to be seen whether the industry will finally address these lingering concerns. Bieber's silence on the matter has left fans speculating about his true experiences, but only time will reveal the full scope of what may have transpired behind closed doors.
Sean Diddy Combs headed to court March 14th for an arraignment, and his appearance is making headlines. Per NBC News, the music mogul entered the legal proceeding with gray hair and a gray beard, a notable difference from how he looked prior to his September 2024 arrest. Also on hand were members of Combs' family, including his mother Janice and 2 of his kids. As for why Combs was in court, during the arraignment, prosecutors unsealed a superseding indictment against the rap mogul, accusing him of forcing employees to work long hours and threatening them with retaliation. Combs pleaded not guilty to the allegations. The March 6th indictment obtained by NBC News did not add any new charges for Combs, who previously pleaded not guilty to federal charges related to racketeering, prostitution, and trafficking after his September arrest, but did detail what prosecutors described as, quote, forced labor at the hands of the rapper in connection with racketeering conspiracy. E! News has reached out to Combs' legal team and has not yet heard back. Prosecutors argued in the filing that Combs maintained control over employees whom he forced to work long hours with little sleep through use of, among other things, physical force, psychological harm, financial harm, and reputational harm and/or threats of the same.
Regardless of the outcome, these discussions highlight the need for systemic change in the entertainment industry. The protection of young artists should be a top priority, and greater efforts must be made to prevent exploitation. Whether Jaguar Wright's claims are proven or not, they serve as a reminder of the importance of vigilance, accountability, and the pursuit of justice.
In one allegation laid out in the filing, Combs forced an employee to engage in sex acts with him by using the previously mentioned tactics. The documents also allege he would use those same threats if an employee witnessed him abusing victims, according to the indictment. The 55-year-old was also accused of throwing objects and people, as well as hitting, dragging, choking, and shoving others, including dangling one alleged victim over an apartment balcony. Following the filing, Combs' attorney, Mark Agnifilo, emphasized that his client vehemently denies the accusations in the indictment. He further told NBC News that many of his client's former employees actually stand by his side, preparing to attest to the dedication, hard work, and inspiration they experienced while helping build groundbreaking, award-winning businesses. Presiding Judge Aaron Subramanian shared, per the outlet's reporters in the courtroom, that jury selection would begin May 5th, 1 week before the trial is scheduled to begin.
We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. That wraps up today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.